Hey guys, Adam with Crkt Tactical, and today I've got the Crkt Scrub knife. I thought I'd done a video on this earlier, but I couldn't find it, and I didn't still have the video, so I guess I either did it and didn't upload it, or there was a problem with it, or who knows, maybe I didn't do it. As you see, it's a nice looking knife. First thoughts on this. So, not first thoughts on this. I've had this knife a couple months now, since Father's Day, and it's August. But so the shape of the handle, as you can see there, I've only got 3 fingers on the knife. Retention and sheath is good. This is known for, though, is that wicked curved blade. I mean, thin, sharp, needle-like point, and then it's got a big swooping belly that's razor sharp. This is, and there's the handle. Like I said, 3 fingers. I still can't get a pinky on it. So this knife, I like it. I like the design of it, but there's a couple things that make me like, not really not like the knife. Well, yeah, not like the knife. So the first thing is the handle. Now, I do have extra large hands, so that may not be a problem for everybody, but even choking up on it, I can barely get the pinky on there, and then it doesn't feel natural to rest my thumb up there. Not to mention that's really sharp. Like, that would strike a ferro rod like nobody's business. It's a good 90-degree edge on it. It's got a black coating on it. Not too fond of that. There you go. Scrub. It's the brewer design. It's made out of, doesn't say what kind of steel it's made out of. The package is long gone. The handle's nice and tightly wrapped. Very nice wrap on it. It's not paracord. It's some kind of, maybe like a smaller paracord with the 250 paracord or whatever it is, without the inside in it. But anyway, it's nicely wrapped. The second feature, though, that I don't really like is if you were actually, obviously this is a slashing weapon, but if you were to use this as a defensive and you were to try to stab something and it was to hit anything with a resistance, you're going to go up on that blade there. That is very uncomfortable, that little choil there. And it also doesn't really stop you from, like I said, if you were to stab something and this was to hit a bone or anything like that, you would go up on that blade, and that blade is razor sharp. So this was meant for a defensive knife, and it would do a good job at it. The only thing I would like to really see, though, is I would like to see the choil kind of more indented, like that. So like a steeper angle to kind of protect you from going up on the blade if you were to impact something. And then a slightly longer handle. Or if you were to curve the handle a little bit more, so you've got this curve going this way, and if you were to curve down a little bit more, that would make the handle a little bit more friendly, I think. As far as reverse grip, you can get a good reverse grip on it. About stab my leather on my seat there. But same thing, though. It's if you're doing anything other than slashing with it, if you try to stab down into it, you're at risk that your finger is going to run across that really sharp edge. I just noticed that. That's an interesting type grind there. I'm not the best with the grinds, but it's got a narrowed down profile there, and then it's almost like a flat grind on that side. This knife works great at slicing stuff or penetrating stuff, as long as you don't have to use force to do it. It has a 4-inch blade. Well, counting, if you count the choil, the bottom of the choil there, it's 4-inch blade. Overall, it's about 7 inches long. Really lightweight. Like I said, nice design knife. It just needs a little bit of work on it. Again, deepening that up a little bit to make it to where you're not actually going to go up on somebody. And then, did I drop the sheath? What did I do with the sheath? And the sheath is actually really nice too. The only problem with it is that it has a lot of retention on it. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. Sorry about that. Apparently my crotch ate the knife sheath. Some type of plastic molded. It's not Kydex. The rivets are okay on it. It's meant to like be, you know, tied or lashed or something. You know, back of it's plain. There's nothing on it. Ignore this clip. I added that clip and I'll do a video on it later. As you can tell, it's got a real positive retention on it. Like it's not going anywhere. Doesn't rattle, which is a good thing. The bad thing is that the sheath for my fat fingers barely has enough of a ramp there to push it out one-handed. And this thing really needs to be lashed on because it's got a lot of retention. Probably because the blade is, you have to go kind of up and up, almost like you're sewing. So that's another thing, which it's true that you don't want your defensive knife, you know, the sheath just falling off of it, but you also want to be able to grab it. So if you were to have this in a pocket, say, or, you know, even lashed to a belt, if you don't have the lashings tight, and if they're not a strong lashing when you go to pull this, there's a chance that you could end up fumbling with it, you know. Overall though, I'd say it's a pretty nice knife. You know, it's all solid construction, full tang, and I like the blade shape and geometry of it, and I believe it would be a very good defensive knife. It just doesn't fit my hands, and then me personally, I would be afraid of running up on the blade, and that thing is pretty scary sharp. Those right there, ignore that. That was I was trying to rough it up to get the 9-eye clip to stay on there, and I wasn't sure which side I wanted it on. But anyway, Crkt Scrub. This is Adam with Crkt Goes Tactical. Oh, I forgot. So 4 out of 5 on it. Actually, I'm gonna give it a 4- out of 5 because for me that's a safety issue running up on the blade, especially when it's like wicked sharp like that. And then the other thing was the knife, the sheath retention, and like no real way to mount the knife unless you lash it to something. So I think you can get these for about $30. I could be wrong on the price. Not a bad knife for that. Definitely has its limitations. I much prefer the Crkt Spew, which I actually have right here. So this is the Spew, but this is a much smaller knife, much smaller. And but this is a nice knife too. I just wish that maybe some of the blade or maybe they do an extra large handle with a better troll. Anyway, 4- out of 5. This is Adam with Crkt Goes Tactical signing out.